Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my class. It is very long time. It's been a very long time since the last time I made a video explanations about the grammar points. Why I made this video explanation? Because in your last grammar point materials, I see you got a lot of wrong answer. So that is why I think for this next model grammar points, I think I need to make a video explanation so that you will understand more about it. Okay, so we are going to talk about the modal auxiliary, especially for the should, must, and have to. You can also check in your textbook in your grammar point, lesson 4, level 2. Okay, before we start, everyone, let me again remind to you about the word auxiliary because modal auxiliary is also an auxiliary. Auxiliary, aka kerangka kata kerja, is a part of the sentence. It is usually followed by the verb. So every verb you should have the auxiliary. Setiap kata kerja selalu memiliki auxiliary because it is kerangka kata kerja. Okay, what are the auxiliary? This the shape of the form of the auxiliary. You have do, does, SFR, has, have, and also modal. And we are talking about the modal auxiliary for today. Remember, every tenses have different auxiliary. Okay, every tenses we have 16 tenses in English, and every one of them should have different auxiliary. Okay, because we are talking about the modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliary is used for the future tense. Biasanya digunakan untuk tenses future. Every kinds of future is usually used modal auxiliary. The shape, what is it? The auxiliary for future tense is are will, shall, can, may, and must, or should, and have to. And each of them has their own different meaning, and because of that, they also have different function. Okay, so the functions of modal means that because every kinds of modal, I have already told you, this one will, shall, can, may, must, should, and have to have different meaning. It means they have also different function and context. Okay, as you can see that will, shall, yang artinya akan, is usually used for planning. It means if you are planning to do something, you might want to use will or shall. This is the examples of will sentences. I will go visit my grandma next week. It means you are planning to visit your grandma next week. Okay. Can is used for prediction. So if you predict that you can do something, that you want to do something, and then you are able to do it, you might want to use can. I can answer all the tests. It means you predict you are able to answer the test. Okay? Text is may. It means the possibility. So it is possibly. If you think that you possibly do something, you want to use may. I may not be here tomorrow. It's possible that you are not here tomorrow. Next is should, must, and have to is used for the necessity. It means when you want to use this kind of the modal auxiliary, you think that it is necessary. It is very important to do your activity. This is the example. I must help her. It means you are necessary to help her. Okay. Now we are coming narrow to what we are talking about. That is should, must, and have to. That is about necessity. Now we are focusing on that kind of modal auxiliary. Those three modals are used for the necessity. Tiga-tiganya is used for the necessity. So it means if you think you are necessary to do something, you have to use those kind of modal auxiliary. They also have the same meaning. Tiga-tiganya punya meaning yang sama, harus, but you have to use them in different contexts. The three of those modals, necessity modals, are used in different context. Situasinya berbeda, konteksnya berbeda. Let me start with the word should. Should is used for one, obligation. So if you think that you are obligated to do something, you might use should. Wajib. Okay, next is for advisability, aka advice. If it is wise for you to do it, so you might want to give some advice to someone, you can use the word should. Next is expectation. It means you are expected to do something. If someone asks you to should activity, okay, you are wished to do something. And then the next one is must and have to. It is usually used for the necessity and going for the urgency. It means you are urgent to do that. You may use must and have to. Okay. And this is the degree of necessity among them. Okay, so as you can see, the first one is must. It means it is very urgent to do something. To do some activity, you might want to use must. And then the medium one is have to, the middle. And then the next one is should. So that is why should is usually used for the advice or for the expectation. Why? Because if that activity doesn't happen, it will be okay. Okay, but it will be much better, if you can do it. So you have to use should. This is the example of three kinds of modals of necessity. The first one is must. Must is for the urgency. This is the example. We must wear a uniform for when we go to work. It means it is very urgent for you to wear the uniform because it is a company rules. Maksudnya meaningnya ini ya. Okay, we must wear uniform when we go to work. Have to. It is going to rain. I have to go home. Ya, it is middle, seperti di tengah-tengah aja. Okay. It is very important if you go home, ya kan? Because it's going to rain. Daripada kehujanan, sekarang pulang aja, gitu kan? It is necessary for you to go home so that you can avoid the rain. Okay, you should stop smoking if you want to stay healthy. You are advised to stop smoking. Okay, it means if you stop smoking is very good, but if you don't stop, still smoke, will be okay. Okay, gak masalah. It's your business. That is should. Okay. Next, the other functions of must. So eventually, there is another meaning of must, another context of must, and it is usually used, sering sekali dipakai. Also, beside the necessity, selain untuk urgency, must can be also used for the inference atau kesimpulan. The inference in here is different from the conclusion, from the paragraph. It is just different context aja. Okay. Must is used as inference when you look, hear, or feel someone or something, and you come to a conclusion about what happened to it. Okay, so if you look at in your situation to someone or to something, or you hear it or you feel it, and then you come up to a conclusion, okay, about what happened, you might want to use must. Okay, this is for the example. You look pale. Sorry, it is not really seen here. Okay. Wait a minute. Nah, ini dia. Okay, you look pale. You must be sick. Maksudnya seperti itu. You look pale. It doesn't look good. You must be sick. Nah, must di sini is not harus, bukan artinya harus, but it means pasti. So kalau begini, kamu kelihatan pucat, kamu pasti lagi sakit. That is the word of must. Remember, must, every modal auxiliary can only meet with verb 1. Okay, so after modal hanya bisa ditambahkan dengan verb 1, tidak perlu ditambahkan dengan yang lain. It is not added with to, nggak boleh pakai to atau verb 2 atau verb 3. No, it's only verb 1 aja tanpa ada embel-embel something. But when it comes to the adjective atau kata sifat, you have to add with be. Oke, menandakan bahwa this is an adjective. Must be sick, will be sick, can be sick. Oke, but when it comes to the verb one, kamu hanya harus memakai verb one. We must wear. Oke, kecuali pakai I have to go home. Why? Because have is not actually an actual an actual modal. Modal itu kan hanya will, ya kan? Or can, should, and have to is a part of the modal auxiliary, but in different hanya different form aja. Oke. Should itu hanya ditambahkan dengan stop. Pun sama, setelah have to itu hanya ditambahkan dengan go. Be careful ya when you do the modal auxiliary. Okay, I think that is the end of my explanations about modal auxiliary should, must, and have to. Don't forget to do your practice in the lesson 4 about modal auxiliary of should, must, and have to. In my opinion, I think there are different kinds of practices there. Okay, and don't forget that next time we are going to have the lesson 5, the last lesson in your semester. Okay, I think that is the end of my explanation. Thank you very much for listening and watching my video. See you next week in the next video with the next material. Thank you very much and good day.